Hey Scorpio, this is your October 2020 reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Of course, you do need to keep in mind that this is for a collective of Scorpio, so it may resonate, it may not resonate, right? Doesn't check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs out, or you can always book a personal reading, okay? Because these are general for the collective. Personal is going to get more in tune with like your specific situation in your life. Everything that you need to know, like booking information or anything else in reference to me and my social media and all that good stuff, is down in the description box below. So let's get into your reading. This is for October 2020, general. Right? Any screaming in the background is just my son. He is a psycho. Why are boys so crazy? Anyways, okay, so normally I do my shuffles and everything on camera, but this month the videos are super late and I have been exhausted, so we're just going to, I did all my shuffles already off camera, so you guys are just gonna have to take that for this month. All right, so happy early birthday, first of all, Scorpio. Okay, so bottom of the deck here, we're going to start with these messages for you. So I'll take them intuitively, and then we'll take some messages from the book, but entangled on the bottom of the deck, right? Entangled with, you may literally be going through some entanglement situations, but also you may just be like, maybe you're entangled in things that you don't want to be in anymore, whether that be love, career-wise, family, friends, whatever. But also it's just saying that you have a strong connection to the universe too. But then you have these two cards coming out: time out, and pick up after yourself, right? So it looks like it's time to pick up after yourself, like maybe literally, like needing to clean up after yourself. Maybe even busy, and you haven't been really able to keep your house and things as clean as they need to, but it's like time just for you to take a break, right? For you to take care of yourself as well. Self-care. Okay, so let's start off with entangled, which is card number 13. It says you would probably call what's about to happen synchronicity or maybe even coincidence, all contraire. The big truth is you are already connected to everything and everyone. Quantum physics has its own name for it: entanglement. The reason it appears that all ducks are lining up on your behalf right now is because you're finally paying attention. Let the games begin. So it's like now, like spirit is calling for you guys to take a time out. Okay, entangled breaks down to 4, and so does this, right? Rest. For swords energy, rest and recuperation. Oh, that didn't work. I thought he was gonna stop screaming. Nope. Anyways, so I just feel like you're in now, like not only are you paying attention, right, to spirit now, it's like they have your attention now, so it's time to take a break and focus like on your spirituality, right? Focus on your spirit health. All right, so timeout card number 22. It says, see that corner over there is yours and yours alone. It's time to claim that special space. It doesn't matter what's going on out there. It doesn't matter what others are saying. Everything except your own blessed joy is now history. Stake your claim and then take a break. It's all smooth sailing. It's like you don't really have to worry. So it's like everything else is going smooth, right, in your life. So now you can take a break and focus on what you really need to focus on, right? Okay, so 34 is pick up after yourself. It says the blame game is over. It's time to realize that the only person who can affect you in any way is you. Within your mind is the answer to every question and the power to accomplish anything. Take charge, be accountable, and let's do this thing, right? So any things that you've been pondering over, right, having like maybe confusion about, like all those are within you. So that's why it's time for you to take time out, right, to really connect with yourself, meditation and rest, because you not getting rest is not going to help you or anybody else. All right, so it's like be accountable for yourself, right, your actions, because they're ready to go, right? So this is the energy. It's like spirit may sit you down because you haven't been listening, right? It's like, hey, you need to do this, 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 and this. And you're like, no, I want to do this. They will literally force you and they will sit you down, however that is, whatever that means, okay? All right, so let's get into the reading. Right, so starting with these here, right out on the bottom of this deck, a Nine of Winter, Nine of Swords, which means, of course, you haven't been sleeping, right? Unfounded fear, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. So there's like something that's been keeping you up at night, but it's an unfounded fear. Like there's like no reason to worry. Yeah, there's a lot of like clashing and unbalanced energy here. $16 cards. So we'll start with the first 8 cards. All right. So we have release and 10 of Wands. Right. All right. So this is like the release of a burden. Okay, it's time for you to release the burden, but also burdens being released, right? In October 2020, the need to release. So it says, let go of the past and ending that makes way for new opportunities, time to move on. So this is an ending, right? Tens always signifies endings, completions. But after an ending, right, you have a new beginning. But you cannot get your new beginning if you're not releasing, right? You got to release. You can't hold on to stuff and get new things at the same time. It doesn't work that way. So, 10 of Winter, the resolution of difficulties, right? If you let go of the past, a lot of these difficulties will resolve themselves. A weight lifted off of your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. So if there's been like any type of codependent behaviors or like addictive behaviors or anything like that, this will help. Like this release will help end all of that, right? Holding on. But it's ending though. Whatever this is. And when I say addictions or codependency, it doesn't have to be drugs or alcohol, or it could be, right? It could be anything. All right, then you have 4 of Winter and 3 of Summer out. So that says 4 of Winter, talking about meditation and rest. Well, I tell you, I was getting this 4 of Swords energy earlier. Yes, okay. And no, I don't look at my cards. I shuffle them, and then I get on camera, okay? So it says, set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. All right, so some of you guys could possibly be taking a vacation this month. News worth celebrating. Announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births. Friends you can cherish. So you could be going on vacation like to see family or friends. Okay, yeah. So maybe somebody's like has a graduation or something, or maybe a wedding, or somebody's having a child, right? And you're going to visit them, and this is going to be like a vacation for you. But it's just like I see like time being spent with like people that you're close to. All right, then you have the King of Spring and the 5 of Winter. Okay, so fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. And then 5 of Winter. There's a lot of air energy. We have 2 kings coming out. So there's a fire sign and an air sign here. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. All right, but we'll get to that. King of Spring, characteristics, innovative, inspiring, wise, theatrical. It says a financial windfall, right? And this financial windfall may allow you to take this break and go on vacation. Your leadership skills are needed now. So possible maybe you're able to take a break because you have a financial windfall because you're moving into a leadership position, right? Or somebody unexpectedly giving you some money. Okay, because it says an unexpected supporter of your cause. And then 5 of Winter. So it says walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort, right? So this is like this ending, walking away from, whether that is people, right? You could possibly be walking away from a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and that could be any form. Love, friendship, family, business, career, like walking away from somebody that was like kind of like a money, like I don't want to say like a money pot, but like maybe somebody that's well off financially, and deciding that, hey, okay, this is not what I wanted, this is not what I thought it was, or like a place that pays a lot of money or something like that, walking away from it, or walking away from a leadership position, right? Okay, and this is when I told you earlier about spirit forcing you, sitting your ass down, right? Because you're not listening. So they're like, okay, so they may be having you, they may be forcing you. This may be a forced walk, right? Not something that you actually want to do, but they're forcing you to walk away because now this is here, right? Spiritual awakening. And whenever that comes, you go through things like dark night of the soul and just a lot of shifts and changes in your life. So they're trying to move you to another path, right? But they have to hang you upside down and put you on pause because your ass ain't listening. Okay. All right. So you have awakening and king of winter. All right. So this could also mean too that you are awakening to some type of realization to somebody that's an air sign, right? So it says, whatever this is associated with this air sign energy, you need to change the way you're looking at the situation between you. Embrace your uniqueness, right? Are embracing their uniqueness, right? But there's a temporary pause in the action. This is intentional. Okay, so you can't fight against it. You can't do anything to stop this. It's gonna happen. Okay, so King of Winter, knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, unemotional, right? So a lot of times air signs can be unemotional, right? So if you're dealing with the air sign, that's just their qualities. And it's not that they're unemotional, they express their emotions differently. And then it says, get advice from someone professional and objective, public speaking, unemotional relationships. I feel like they want you to move out of the passionate energy, Scorpio, water signs, right? Passion. I feel like they're wanting you to move out of that. Walk away from being so emotionally driven, right? And get into air energy, all right? Because it's time for you to pick up some knowledge. And be a little bit more objective and not so much like emotional, right? All right, so next out. All right, so 6 of autumn and 7 of summer. So it says, the good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely, or repaying a debt. So shit could be some debts being paid off this month. Like bankruptcies. This release came on top of release, right? So this is probably in terms of finances. Because like a lot of times debt could be a block to more money. All right, so clearing out debt helps bring in more free money, right? And not money that's tied to you having to pay somebody back, right? 7 of summer right under 10 of wands, right? So make this decision, whatever this is, it's time to release, whether you have to file bankruptcy or you are going through like some type of credit counseling, or, where they consolidate your bills and all that stuff. So no more procrastinating, right? Time for you to make a decision in reference to that. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. So stop thinking about this so much and just do it. It's time for it to be done. All right. So then you have the 8 of winter right on top of the 4, the 8 of autumn on top of the 4 of winter, and then the 3 of spring on top of the 3 of summer. Okay, so 8 of autumn. Do more research before proceeding. Also in reference to you seeing which option you need to do financially. Do more research, right? But also don't procrastinate making a decision. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school. So some of you guys could be going back to school this month, right? A new semester could be starting. And that may be why you're being sat down. So it says going back to school or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship, and long-term projects. But yeah, this is like a period of rest from a lot of work. Okay. 3 of spring. Plan your next steps with the eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done, right? So celebrate like what the work that you've been putting in and you've been doing, right? And also think about things in a more long term sense. Because there's more good things to come, right? Even though you're in a period of rest right now. Pause. So you can celebrate, right? 2, so you can enjoy this, right? Before they rip you a new one. Okay, then you have Princess of Summer on top of King of Spring, and 8 of winter on top of 5 of winter. So, all right, so this is your energy to Princess of Spring, which is the Page of Cups. Gentle, sensitive, kind, and experience. A new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Okay, so that also references what we were talking about earlier, which maybe going to visit friends or family. But I feel like there's a new relationship that started recently that you're needing to walk away from, right? In reference to this King of Spring. And then the 5 of winter, the 8 of winter on top of the 5 of winter, it's like you're running away from the fact that you're gonna need to do this. You have to. And whether this King of Spring is a literal fire sign or they have heavy fire in their chart, or it could just be somebody with these qualities, right? So 8 of winter, you have what it said. You have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. All right, so don't get out of your head about it. You have to walk away. Don't think, walk. That's that self-inflicted energy. Don't wrap yourself up in thoughts about this. You have to walk away. All right, anyways, awakening and 5 of spring, right? Awakening, this came on top. All right, so it says opposing goals arising from differing opinions, filling at odds with yourself or others, overly ambitious people. So with this, I just feel like your goals and the goals that Spirit has for you are clashing. They feel like you're too overly ambitious, right? You're doing too much and you need to be over here and doing work on more spiritual things, right? And when I say that, it doesn't really necessarily mean, it means things like shadow work, right? Clearing out, releasing burdens, emotional things that you're holding on to. Instead of focusing on the physical sense of things, focus on things emotion, and I'm not saying get into that emotion, but you need to release all these emotions, right? Okay, then you have 4 of autumn out, and that says manage your resources wisely, achieve a balance in how you spend and save. So you may be spending too much money, and help out those who are less fortunate. So manage your resources wisely, right? So when they put you on pause, right, it may be a pause to where you're no longer receiving the same amount of money that you were, right? Or they could give you a financial windfall after they sit you down and okay, well, you have to use this money, right, until we decide we want you to go again, right? So make sure you're managing that money wisely, right, so you won't run out of it. So financial advisors will be good too. If you're went into a large lump sum of money, getting that financial advisor, right, or an accountant or something to help you manage those things. Putting them out wrong. Ooh. Where is daycare? Oh, okay. Accelerated motion. All right. Accelerated motion. Wish upon a star energy. Right. And it's funny because we have the blue moon coming up at the end of the month, which is in Scorpio season on the 31st. It's a full moon, right? And I believe that that's going to accelerate motion for a lot of people. Because you know how they have that saying, once in a blue moon, like this is going to be like that energy. And I'm picking up that energy for you, especially with it coming in your season and in a sign that you're compatible with. It's a full moon in Taurus. Okay. As I was saying, I feel like this is going to be a time where it seems like disruption, right? But it's not really disruption, right? It's something coming, right? That's trying to get you on a more firm and solid footing, firmer foundation. Okay, so you have mental conflict and wisdom, right? There that is again, right? That conflict coming through with spirit, right? You're conflicting whatever you're doing right now, or going through this month. You're conflicting with what spirit wants you to do, which is why they're going to sit your ass down. Okay. They have a lot of wisdom and knowledge that they want to impart on you. That's going to make your life easier, and get you out of the state of mental conflict, but also you're conflicting with like what spirit's been telling you to, versus what you want to do and what you feel like doing. Like spirit's like, okay, no, you need to do this before you get this, and you're like, no, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to get it. No, that's not how it works, because it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. Okay. All right. So meditate helps with that mental conflict. All right, we were talking about that disruption, those tower moments that you could possibly see this month is because of this transformation, right? The spiritual awakening that you're going through. But you have to go through that to get to this material harvest that you've been asking for, right? This abundance, these 9 figures, these 9 different streams of income, these 9 different things, right? Successfully self-employed. All right. So don't conflict, right? Spirit said, do this. Don't let them get you sick. Like, they will make you sick so you can sit down. I've seen people get pregnant so they can sit the fuck down. I've seen people lose jobs so they can sit down. Don't make them do it, because you're not going to like the way spirit does it, okay? All right? Okay? All right. All right, yeah. Shadow work is needed, right? So you can step into the energy of light of the sun, right? Right. So between this material harvest, right, and this transformation is mental conflict, shadow work, and then wisdom and the light. They're similar cards, right? Mental conflict and the shadow. You see these 2 people on both cards, right? One thing is not aligning, right? There's something that's not aligning, but you need to come into like more like firmer footing with like your shadow side. Do more shadow work. It'll help. All right. Especially if you've been concerned or worried about like a spiritual union. There's a lot of probably, I'm really picking up on a lot of twin energy, because the October Libras, well, not October Libras, but Libra had a lot of twin energy too. So maybe there's a lot of twins that'll be watching my readings this month. But that's the sign of the twins, right? Twin flames. Right. But this is not only that, but they want you to come into more of a spiritual union with yourself. That's what the shadow work is for. Okay. Before you can officially come into union with this person, right? Because this person is going to always be there. They're not going anywhere. But now it's time for you to focus on you. Okay, you. Focus on yourself. They'll be fine. All right, then we have these. It's not supposed to be at in reverse. Okay, you have the Lovers, right? Okay, that was kind of the same energy, kind of, right? But choices and decisions that are needing to be made, okay? But also your love partner or interest may be a fire sign or air sign. This is coming out again, fire and air, okay? All right. But like make the decision, right? It's time for you to stand firm, right, and stand your ground in terms of your spiritual growth, right? Okay, you may be going through a divorce too. This is unmarried or a divorced individual. What I'm picking up, or you may be going through like a divorce or a separation or something like that. But yeah, it's time for you to work on yourself. This is all about you gaining the wisdom and knowledge needed for you to step into that empress status. And I did see the Empress card when I was shuffling your cards before I started recording, right? Then you got the King of Swords that came out, and then you have the Queen of Swords, right? So this, whoever this person is, right, is a match for you, right? But it's not time. Okay, yeah, things are still being worked. And look what's right up under there, King of Swords. Okay, things are still being worked out in the 5D realm for you guys. All right, things have not been brought down to the physical realm just yet. It's not time. If that's something you've been worrying about, right? Yep. Yeah, you have. You've been worried. Look at the Wheel of Fortune. You've been worrying. You've been bugging the shit out of your guides and angels. Nine of Swords in your head about it. Conflict energy, like trying to fight like those inner demons. But that's why you need shadow work. Once you do start doing this shadow work, right, they can come towards you, right? Celebrations. And they can move towards you fast. Wands are not eight moving. Wands are fast moving energy. Okay, I was hoping too that the video would be shorter, but it's not. 9, I just saw 9 too. So let's take a look here and just pick up on some just overall general messages. Right. Okay, some of you guys may live on the East Coast. You know what? I'm not taking all those cards, y'all. Come on, quit playing. Or maybe guided towards East Coast for some reason, or you may be like visiting people on the East Coast, or more east of where you are. Okay, yeah, but East Coast, he's the one, right? So yes, that's your partner, right? Okay, so some of you could be moving this month, possibly. If you've been thinking about moving, go for it. Okay. All right. People love you, so there's no reason to doubt that. Some of you guys as partners, right, may be celebrities. Or like people love you like celebrities, like an A-list celebrity, right? That's how they feel about you. Yeah, you're very successful if you're like in like job energy or looking for a job, right? You put your application in for a job, right? You'll get it. Some what the fuck moments coming this month, right? And then also the need to protect yourself too. All right. So one thing that I do, another thing that I want to look at really quick here is how your like spirit guides try to help. Or the company that you're maybe applying for, trying to work for, may have some jobs for you on the East Coast, or they're maybe like based in the East Coast or something like that. All right, so playing with hair is right there. So maybe feeling somebody in your hair and you're not, it's not you, right? Nobody's around you to be messing with your hair. All right. So there's some gods and goddesses that are trying to connect with you, right? If you know anything about African spirituality, or like, and it's not just African spirituality too, right? But that's where they stem from, the Orishas, Oris, or like Hindu, right? Gods and goddesses like Kali Ma. Okay, so somebody that passed around the 1920s, or may have been born in the 1920s and they were killed, right, tries to get your attention too. That's somebody that's around you as a guide. So light switches and playing with your hair, like, or lights going in and out, lights flickering, things like that. And then let's take a look really quick at some possible health things that could be going on with you. And okay, all right, so pain, could be experiencing pain, random pain. There may be issues with your circulatory system, right? Or they may seem so weak. Okay. All right. I was thinking it in my head. I was like, okay, I have a feeling this is gonna come out. I'm always right. All right. All right. So sore throats, or feeling like, you have a sore throat, thinking you have issues with your circulatory system and pain, but this is all spiritual related because you're going through an awakening, okay? All right, because guess what? You're healthy, right? But your spiritual health is affecting your physical health, okay? Listen, what I tell you, they will sit you down thinking something wrong with you, and there is literally nothing wrong with you. That's spirit, okay? They can be assholes sometimes, but if you're not paying attention, that's what they will do. All right, but Scorpio, that is your general reading for October 2020. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. All of my information, if you need a reading or if you want to donate to the channel or anything like that, is in the description box down below. And I will see you guys in November for your birthday.